Hi, I'm Daniel, and I thought Dreamworks' next movie will be Trolls 3 Band Together, and said that my 2023 animation recap. I swear this wasn't on the list for 2023 animated films. I remember hearing the title Meet the Gilmans, but I didn't know it would be so soon. Dreamworks might be starting to take on a strategy of very advertising movies. Netflix comedy does this, and Disney recently did it for Strange World. There's yes trailers of promotion, as most studios have started doing this for animated films. The main exception is Illumination. They know how to promote movies without they are handling the Super Mario Bros. Movie. While the Ruby Gillman trailer didn't even have a release date, I think it's releasing during the summer. This could have been announced earlier, but yet still this trailer looks. I like some of the atmosphere in Your for the World, where it places itself in a high school plot line. It's a story I've seen many times before. Protagonist just wants to live as a normal girl, but has to save the world. I know the suspension of disbelief, but how did her disguise fit in even without the tentacles? I like the grandma character and how some of the comedy looks. The main character designs have a nice chibi style look. The background and world looks nice, with a good colour palette. I already know there'll be some complaints compared to the animation of DreamWorks' previous two movies. While it's not the every of those two, and some of the side characters are weirdly designed, I don't mind the difference. While the recent reign of stylistic animation looks great, I don't want all movies no matter the story to look like that. Ruby Gillman seems to better fit the cartoony style, and I want DreamWorks to style the style based on the movie itself. I wish all studios could switch around animation styles to fit the movie. Considering how much hate turning red into a yes extent Yuka got with animation, I can imagine this being criticized. Yeet onto the main discussion. This completely feels like a 2020 Pixar movie. It's been called Yuka meets Turning Red with the sea monster and puberty element. But I can also see similarities to Onward with the protagonist gaining magic. I don't know the behind the scenes if the story is directly based on someone working on it, but it seems similar to Pixar's current era. The movie feels half autobiographical with a magical twist. Ruby Gillman being similar to Pixar is important to mention because of the recent DreamWorks event and Pixar debate. In 2022, I agree to an extent. I didn't make a video on it, but Puss in Boots The Last Wish was amazing. The story, character, etc. I was brilliant as everyone has said already. They also released the Bad Guys that I might even say is better, but that's for another video. DreamWorks released two 9 out of 10 movies that are the best of the year yet. And both are in the top 6 DreamWorks movies. Meanwhile, Pixar and Disney are turning red that year in Strange World that I think are good but not great. All are 10 out of 10 for different reasons, and the fact other studios did better makes me want to join in. But that will be unfair to Disney and Pixar movies based on just one year. In 2020 and 2021, there was 5 movies from both studios that are all great and show signs of a strong new era. Meanwhile, Dreamworks, they were doing sequels. I'm not a fan of Trolls World Tour and The Crew to New Age, as they feel like weak sequels. Spirit Untamed was also bad, it's one of Dreamworks' top 3 worst. There was also the Boss Baby Family Business, that I will partly defend, but not really a sound superior studio. From those 2 years, Disney and Pixar are doing great, while also DreamWorks seems to be going downhill at first, and that shouldn't be ignored just for the most recent 2 films. It can be funny to make fun of Disney, and using DreamWorks made better films as a way to do it. However, I keep seeing these lazy edits of Pixar in 2022 with Turning Red versus DreamWorks with Puss in Boots. What is that even saying? People don't have to like Turning Red, but all the hate feels unnecessary and targeted. I wonder if the people who make those things would feel about DreamWorks' next movie being like Turning Red. Maybe they're trying to base whole studios off 1 or 2 movies. Also, Trolls 3 that I'm not even super against, but I can't see 2023 being DreamWorks' year. While I can't see it going either way, I'm still cautiously optimistic for Ruby Gillman. I'm just worried they'll be used as a statement like what happened to Turning Red. Conclusion, I don't like the current animation community. I don't think certain studios need to be criticized to put others up. I know I make jokes about anime like this meme, but it's mainly for humor and I want them to make great films. It's becoming similar to the toxicity of sports fans supporting certain studios. If someone like one of Disney, then it's assumed they must be supporting the big corporation over the underdog. It's best to just see films as they are. Certain studios have strengths and weaknesses, but it does need to be a competition. On the topic of toxic animation studio wars, Illumination. While I do defend them, it's fine to not like their movies, but so many act like they're ruining animation and can't do anything well. Once people started realizing the Super Mario Bros. Movie might be good, they spun a narrative that Nintendo was stopping Illumination making it bad, and they controlled the good part. They act so confident on this assumption, like Illumination good can't possibly coexist. I want to say before it's released, judge the film as it is. If it's good, Illumination made a good movie. I want people to stop acting like they know behind the scenes information just to further irrational studio hate. Well, I had to make this about Illumination somehow. I know this video is barely about Ruby Gillman teenage Kraken by the end, but I wanted to discuss this. If you enjoyed this video, consider pressing subscribe and watching more. The end.